I'm running out of things to say. Are you ready?
It's terribly well balanced.
Well, if there's too much weight, you lose power on the swing.
What's up, YouTube? Prop Guy back here again. We got a little bit of a Marvel fever going on today, so we're going to look at the one, the only, the Mighty Mjolnir. Now, this is a really, really nice piece. It's full metal with leather bits, leather strap, and leather inlays on the main part of the shaft of the handle here. There are many, many Mjolnir replicas out there, just like there are Iron Man helmets or Captain America shields. This one is made by Cattoys. I got it for roughly $230 a couple years back. And it's based off of the design that you see from Thor the Dark World on. So it's got this unique pommel end cap here. The handle's a different color brown than, say, an Avengers, where it was much, much lighter. Kind of looked like a, I don't know, if you ever see a car with like some really bright, Englishly tan seats, it was got that coloration, where this is more of just a dark chocolate brown. Kind of more of like an amaretto, I think is how I would clarify the Avengers Hammer's leather. But this is based off that version. Obviously, the 2011 version is much, much different. Didn't have that, it was just a solid brown leather handle on it. This is pretty nice, though. It weighs roughly 7 pounds. It's quite heavy. You lift it up, you feel it. It feels like a real hammer, like you're going to knock someone's skull in. It's all made from, I believe, CNC design. So basically, it's just, you know, laser taking off bits of metal here to give you the effect, which means there's no etching. So all this detail here is raised. It feels and looks incredible. You can make it out very well. Got a little bit of dirt there. The runes on the top, very easily to see. They're all, you know, embossed in there. You can make them out very well. Now, you can see the detail in the pommel here. Now, I do have a few gripes with it, because just like a car or a computer or cell phone, or there's always going to be some negatives no matter what you have, whether you love it or not. The negatives on this are far less than some of the other ones I've seen. For instance, the Thor hammer replica, that the only other metal one I know of, that's based off the 2011 version of the Thor, has a lot of quality issues. I think it was released by Sideshow. I'm not 100% sure, but this line here is nice and straight, you know, good cuts. That, on the 2011 version hammer, it looks like someone just took a Dremel and just hacked it through there. It looks horrible. They're known for rusting because it's made out of steel. This is made out of zinc alloy, so steel rusting like steel would not be an issue on this. Zinc doesn't really rust. Another thing is the leather looks terrible on it. It's, you know, it had, where this is like a metal piece here showing through, it was just painted silver on that one. Just things like that just really detracted from that hammer. Whereas this one, you know, everything seems really nice on the surface, and it really is. For overall, it is a nice hammer. But the few issues I have gripes with are, starting off with the pommel up here. You see the two Phillips head screws here. It's just a personal nitpick here. Obviously, that's part of the construction. Is I wish these could not be seen, or has some sort of like a cap over it that you couldn't see it. Logger's Toys resin hammer has a very similar thing. It's just part of it. Another thing I have a gripe with is these cross sections here. Just another part of construction, even down here, there's a gap, and you can see it all the way up through all the metal pieces, where the handle, I guess, is made out of two metal sections that are pushed together, and I guess then they're just shoved into the hammer base of the head there. It's just a personal nitpick, little gripe. Also, with the leather, it looks like it is just cut and folded in shape and just glued in. So there you got a seam all the way up the back that in certain spots is worse than others. Right up here it's pretty rough, and right there it's kind of rough. There's also some sections you see there's a gap right there, and it's just nitpicking, again, nitpicking. But if you pay attention to it, you notice it bugs you. My final gripe is, and this is a twofold one, with the metal. A lot of the resin ones are really well painted, aged real well. This is not. It's literally just pure metal, and they threw some sort of a clear coat type look to it. So it does have a good sheen to it. But there are certain sections where it looks just kind of like matted down, and you see fingerprints and stuff underneath on the bare metal, and there's even like some chips and stuff in it there, slight indents. And that's all underneath the metal. It's not on the clear coat itself. Zinc is actually rather soft metal, so I wouldn't go banging this around too awful much. You're going to dent it in real good. The hammer itself is actually hollow. If it was solid, you probably wouldn't be able to pick it up. It'd be, you know, several hundred pounds probably, at least 100. As is now, it feels pretty hefty just with the 7 pounds. But with those few quality issues, it still is worth the money. It really is nice. Like I said, I only know the two that are full metal. There's a King Arts hammer. I believe it's still resin too. You also have the new Marvel Legends hammer. It's plastic and it's all electronic, except for the pommel, I believe, is die cast on that. But it's still more toy than prop replica, where this is full on. This looks good, prop replica. Like I said, you know, few gripes, not too many. Overall, very happy ownership experience. I've had this for about a couple years now. And, you know, whenever I have a friend come over, they'll always look at it and like, oh man, I got to lift up the hammer. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. I might weather this up. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the shiny, brand new, well taken care of hammer plus, you know, the dirty, distressed look. Mostly you saw the dirty, distressed look in the first Thor and Avengers 1. Now, the other ones have looked more clean, I think. Just me personally. But yeah, that's the Cattoys Thor hammer in a nutshell. And I hope you like it. And hopefully subscribe. We got more videos on the way. See ya.